Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Wednesday, October 16th spoilers for Days of Our Lives show that Johnny DiMera woke up on the couch following another dream in which Chanel DiMera slept with Alex Kyriakis. Chanel texted Alex in the meantime, saying she needed to talk to him about something personal, but when Johnny showed up, she covered for him. Chanel then pretended to be messaging Felicity Green about the bakery and revealed that Kate Roberts Brady had postponed her scenes until tomorrow in order for her back to heal completely. Chanel pretended to be on her way to Sweet Bits after requesting confirmation that Johnny was indeed cool with the romantic scene. On Wednesday's episode of Days, Jonah Robinson's character Mark Green bemoaned to Clyde Weston in the town square about being his hitman, but he knew what he had to do with Chad DiMera. Later, when Felicity showed there, Mark said he had something important to tell her. Felicity left Mark perplexed, wondering whether this had anything to do with Abigail DiMera. Felicity verified that she hadn't seen Chanel or texted with her today after Johnny appeared, claiming to be looking for her. Johnny was suspicious and set out to find his wife. Stephanie Johnson woke up in bed with Alex at his apartment on Wednesday's DOOL program, and she started to feel anxious as she hurried to get dressed. Stephanie advised them to move past this error, but Alex pretended that such things happened. Chanel knew it was none of her concern, but she couldn't help but smile when she saw Alex in his robe and Stephanie heading out of the door. Chanel wanted to speak with Alex in order to enlist his assistance in organizing a surprise party for Johnny's birthday the following week. Chanel wanted to keep it on set in the hopes of persuading Johnny to get over any unresolved jealousy issues. Alex stayed at the entrance with Chanel, wearing his robe, since he promised to help out. Chanel remarked that her husband was a complete moron after getting Alex to swear he would keep this a secret. When it was eventually discovered that Johnny had been surreptitiously observing, he became enraged over yet another miscommunication. Stephanie presented Johnny a new poster in the Body and Soul office, featuring Chanel and Alex as their respective roles. Johnny crumpled one up in a fit of wrath, but he appeared to like it. When Felicity and Mark got back together, she said that Abigail made her think of their mother. Given that Abby shared some of the same traits, Mark thought he could understand why. After informing Felicity about his impending departure abroad, Mark gave her a hug and promised to do whatever for her. On Wednesday's episode of Days, Stephen Nichols, updated Kayla Johnson about the fake DNA samples he had given Mark, who verified Thomas DiMera was Abigail's match. Steve joked about Mark proving Kayla was his mother as he had given over his own sample as well as one for Kayla. Kayla was shocked by Mark's dishonesty and wished there was another reason. In the end, though, Kayla reran Jack Devereaux's and Abigail's DNA test, confirming that Mark had tampered with the findings and that they did not match. When Steve couldn't get Chad to answer the phone, Kayla attempted to text him about the Abigail forgery. On Wednesday's episode of Days, Abigail became tearful over Chad and the old wedding photo of the real Abigail DiMera in Paris. On Abigail's special day, Chad gave her a bouquet and asked her why she was sobbing. Eventually, Abigail blurted out that the woman in the photo wasn't her. Though Abby insisted she didn't look like her or remember things the same way, Chad was perplexed. Abigail reassured Chad that she still desired marriage because all that mattered to him was their love for one another. Abigail spoke with Mark on the phone in a brief period of time and said she had true feelings for Chad, which undoubtedly increased her guilt. Since their mother needed to be kept alive and her freedom needed to be guaranteed, Mark essentially instructed Abigail to keep her eyes on the prize. Mark didn't discuss his deadly mission with Chad with anyone. We'll share more Paris predictions because spoilers for Days of Our Lives indicate that Abigail will be shocked when Mark shows up at the wedding reception. Please consider CDL your go-to source for more amazing Days of Our Lives news, updates, spoilers, and predictions. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Fiona Cook is seen attempting to throw Sarah Horton Kyriakis, Lindsay Godfrey, down the stairs in the teaser footage for the week of October 14, 2024. Sarah is clinging to life, and Fiona is having a lot of difficulty achieving her deadly objective. What if a non-medical miracle occurs in Salem, a town known for its science fiction and miracles? What happens if Fiona believes she has murdered Sarah and then she gets up and even walks? Let's discuss what might happen next in this plot as we continue to read. Days in Our Lives, Eric Brady's investigation spoilers. According to DOOL spoilers, Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, began looking into Sarah's hit-and-run. Unofficially, Fiona told the bartender that she didn't go that evening with Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, which is how Eric found out. Fiona lied to Eric after he questioned her. Sarah was informed of this by Eric, who even charged Sarah with acting as Fiona's go-between. Spoilers for DOOL, Sarah Horton Kiriakis recalls. It appears that memories were evoked when Eric told Sarah that Fiona had hit her that evening. Eric's remarks were successful where Deidre Hall's hypnotism failed with Marlena Evans. Sarah's recollections of that night began to come back the moment Eric left. This time, Sarah was able to see clearly through the glare and identify the driver as her own mother-in-law. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Fiona cooks a killer move. According to previews for Days of Our Lives, Sarah can't remember anything when Fiona walks in. Sarah brings up the hit-and-run with Fiona. Fiona will not be sent to jail and will not give up on her friendship with Paul Telfer's character, Xander Cook Kiriakis. Fiona concludes that there is just one more thing to accomplish. Don't admit anything to the cops. With her wheelchair and all, Fiona tries to push Sarah down the stairs. DOOL teasers, Murder and Wonders. The week of October 14th preview footage features Sarah struggling to keep Fiona from shoving her down the stairs. Fiona appears to be having a lot of difficulty and is grunting. Sarah has an extremely strong want to live. Written spoilers hint that Fiona will confront Xander after her time with Sarah is over. Sarah probably survives, and because the show loves miracles, might there be a surprising turn of events? Perhaps Fiona really does shove Sarah down the steps. Fiona may even trip over Sarah's corpse as she exits the room. Fiona is likely to assume Sarah is dead and leave the area in order to mimic everyone else's astonishment and distress at discovering Sarah's body. But what if there is a miracle, one that doesn't include Richard Wharton's character, Dr. Wilhelm Rolf? What happens if Sarah wakes up and miraculously regains her ability to walk after Fiona leaves? Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers reveal that Lauren Koslow, who has portrayed the courageous heroine Kate Roberts Brady for a long time, is a fan favorite. As a survivor of Salem, Kate has experienced a variety of tales over the years, including dramatic, victorious, and depressing ones. The stunning and gifted actress is now sharing details about a real-life circumstance that surpasses any character she has portrayed on DOOL. Both in real life and in the program, Koslow is a fierce mother. Discover the heartfelt and poignant tale that Koslow is now sharing with her followers by continuing to read. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Lauren Koslow performs Kate on DOOL. The actress revealed to Woman's World that she had a firstborn child that she gave up for adoption in addition to the 3 children she raised with her spouse. She gave birth to him when she was just 16 years old, and his name is Josh. Her teen motherhood was not supported by her parents, and she gave him up when he was just 3 days old. DOOL spoilers, the emotional adoption story of Lauren Koslow. Using some allusions to DOOL, Lauren narrated her story. I recall one of our producers saying, "Oh, you do such a good job as a mother. Kate ought to have more kids." I played it off since my kids, Millie Kate and Zachariah, were only 2 and 5 years old at the time, but I knew deep down the anguish existed and would always be there, which made it readily available to me as an actress. It was painful, even though I used it frequently. Teasers for Days of Lives, Kate on the Peacock soap, A Mother Bear. Koslow used a DNA database to find her son, much as millions of people have done throughout the world to locate family members. After deciding on Ancestry.com, she soon found Josh, who had also registered. The mother and son have frequent communication now, and Koslow said, "It was important for me to share it first with my family and then with everyone. At 16, adoption was the choice my parents made, and it was a secret I lived with my entire life." After reading that, you truly do feel like you've come out. The knowledge that you can discuss it fills a void in your heart.